All right, we were back for episode 5 of Twin Mirror, resuming right now.
Nick's fishing shack. A lot of memories here. Good memories. Anna said he'd been sneaking off here to work on something. I almost hope I don't find anything. Nick, what were you up to?
Extensively used but well maintained, and why is it here? Like, this heavily implies that Joan is here, yeah?
Joan rides this bike everywhere. Which is impressive with how far away everything is out here.
Right, so
What's it doing here?
Exactly, Sam. Do you think that she rode it here and then walked home? The alternative is much worse, I think. She rode it here and then didn't make it home. Or, I guess, got picked up by somebody. There are some pretty deep divots in the road, but that could just be Nick coming out here.
I remember teaching Bug how to roast marshmallows. Hers turned out great. Mine were always burnt.
Used to make Joan's first s'more. She didn't finish it.
You know, fishing's a lot like life. Practice, patience, and perseverance hooks you the big one.
Dad, not everything is a life lesson.
Actually, I was talking to Muley here.
Oh, that's fine. He's got a lot to learn.
You know, I'm better at fishing and life than you are.
Whatever you say, Muley.
Aw, worms are so cute.
You sure are, Bug. Can you hook me another one? Can't catch a fish without bait.
I don't want to hurt it.
Come on, it's just a worm.
Here, Bug, just hand them over and I'll bait it.
No, I'd be an accomplice then.
Don't worry about it. The point of fishing isn't to catch anything anyways.
I know I've talked about this in the past, but it remains a point of curiosity that in that first flashback that we got of them around the Pac-Man machine, they didn't use the young Joan. They used, like, modern-day Joan. And one of the reasons that I keep coming back to that is that I'm wondering if it's a clue, if it's not a bug, because it just seems so odd that they have a young Joan ready to go, and they didn't use it in that scene. You didn't use her in that scene. I'm thinking of the character model when I say
Bug?
it.
Muley? How did you... Does my mom know?
Does your mom know what? What is this?
Mom doesn't know. Good. I've decided to leave town.
Bug, this is not a good idea.
I've got food for 5 days. I'll hitchhike and bike down to Virginia.
Do you have any idea how far that is?
About 80 miles to get down to my Aunt Lisa. My mom hates her. Don't try to stop me.
You can't leave like this. Not without telling anyone.
Oh, yeah? Why not? That's what you did.
She's serious about this. Careful, Sam. This is not a drill. Maybe try to bring up her mother again.
That sounded like irony.
Is there something wrong with your mom?
No, I'm running away because things are so great. Plus, I know what she'll say. Calm down, think of the common good. She doesn't do anything, just sits around, takes her back pain pills, and stares at the TV like a lump.
Well, that was a miss. When it comes to this kid, your instinct is better than mine. The mother, though, We should have a talk with her later.
I did not choose the mom
Look.
one, right?
I'm not a child anymore. I'm not asking for your permission. There's nothing for me here.
Leaving is gonna hurt the people you care about the most. The way I left was selfish. You're not selfish. The Joan I knew couldn't even hurt a worm.
No.
Let alone her own mother.
It's not like I want to hurt her. She just works all the time, and then she's too out of it. And never listens to me. I think I'm done depending on others. My dad I could rely on. But he's gone. There's nothing else for me around here.
I was wrong yesterday. She's not in denial. She's scared.
Something terrible happened to him, but no one listens to me. No one cares.
I really don't like the trust me I'm investigating. Joan, I've been looking into it for the last 2 days, and I can assure you there is something going on. I'm not only listening to you, I believe you, and I'm collecting evidence. That's what we need to say.
I care. I believe you, and I'm investigating like you asked.
Yeah, I know about the wake. You approached a few people, but you dropped it as soon as it got uncomfortable. Anyway, it's not like I expected any different. This place is full of gutless, patronizing adults, and I'm sick of this dumb little town. It's choking me, and I need fresh air. I need someplace I can think, not here.
Sounds like Basswood really failed this kid.
I mean, what am I supposed to do tomorrow? Or the day after? In 10 years?
Have we talked about this? Also, even if we did talk about this, that's not... Okay, so I just want to think through this one. I do not remember talking through this with Joan myself, so I guess that insinuates that there was a conversation before. Even if it occurred, that's clearly not giving her any solace. Well, we already decided. No, she's changed her mind. She doesn't feel that, whatever that discussion was. You could be a journalist. My concern is that might inspire her to try to look into her father's death herself, and that right now is very dangerous. It is no coincidence that Anna's house got broken into. And then something with insects, that seems so patronizing. That, like, oh, it's just like 3 years ago when she was like, you know, from her perspective, just a little kid. She's still very young. Like, but that 3 years means a lot to her. She's closer now to being an adult in her view. She wants to run away. Something with insects seems so patronizing. I'm gonna go with journalist.
You ever consider journalism? You have a mind for investigation.
Isn't it kinda dying?
Yeah, that's what makes it beautiful. Fighting to bring people truth in a world that doesn't care about it.
Kinda sounds like you really want to be a journalist. Look, I don't know if you're trying to make me stay, or make me into you, or my father. You're just telling me what I want to hear, or what you think I want to hear. I just want the truth, for once, from someone.
Sam,
I'm wasting my time here with you.
Fuck.
Don't touch me! I'm sick of you, I'm sick of this town, and so I'm going, and you can't stop me.
Sam, we have to do something. She just wants honesty. She doesn't care about bullshit. I can relate to that. I'll tell her what we found out about Nick's death. You can't do that. You're the adult. She's the child. Do you want her to start looking for the people who killed her father by herself? Do the responsible thing. Make her stay. It's for her own good.
Threaten to call Kathy, tell the truth about Nick. I really dislike threaten to call Kathy. In the real world, So she absolutely positively cannot be allowed to go. This is ludicrously dangerous. And I would do anything to stop it. Threaten to call Kathy. Sorry, I'm trying to think this through. So let's go to with tell the truth about Nick. Glasses here makes a really good point. It goes to something that I just said moments ago. I don't want her looking into this herself. We're doing that as an adult, and coincidentally, as we start, Anna's house gets broken into. Now, it's very heavily implied right now that that they are looking for any and all information that Nick had on whatever story that he was investigating. I understand that. However, when Sam went to Anna's house, Sam got assaulted. The blow that knocked him out could very well kill Joan here. I keep trying to call her June. Could kill Joan. This is a dangerous investigation with people that are desperate enough that it appears that one of them killed Dennis over it. So, telling her the truth feels risky, but at the same time, it also makes her feel heard. It makes her understand that somebody is looking into this. The reason I think, not just what Glasses said, the reason it was already occurring to me that she might try to look into this on her own is look what she's doing right now. Joan is not the sort of person who's willing to wait. She's boiling over. She needs to do something. She's got this energy, when I say enthusiasm, not like, haha, this is going to be a lot of fun, but this drive within her that she's got to go do something. And then again, why would I ever believe that if I threatened to call Kathy that she wouldn't look into it? Why would we ever believe that that's the choice we're making? I'm going to tell her the truth.
You were right, Bug. Your father didn't die in that crash. Someone killed him and covered it up, made it look like an accident. Now, I don't know who did it yet or why. That's why I came here. That was maybe too much, Sam. She's a kid.
I was right.
You were right. I need you to not tell anyone, though.
I won't. I won't tell anyone. Not even my
And
mom.
I need you to stay at home.
I will. I'm gonna go home right now. Thank you, Sam.
I don't know if that was a good idea. Me neither. But hey, it worked. Now that I've kept your daughter from skipping town, let's see if you've kept anything hidden out here, Nick.
So, just a quick pause. It is of frustration to me that Sam didn't just say, I need you to go home and stay there. What he needs to say is, I don't know, maybe this is too much, but in my head, Joan, your father wasn't killed at random. He was killed for a reason, and that people that did it are still paying attention to everything that's happening. The only thing you can do to be safe right now, the best thing you can do to help me find who did this, is to act perfectly normal. To just go on about your life. I know that you're playing pretend, but we need to not tip them off because they are watching everything that's happening here and they are casting about trying to find something that they missed. I don't know if that's too much. I don't know. But now that she knows, she needs to be given, I think, clear and compelling direction on what she's supposed to do about it, which is absolutely nothing. Not because we don't trust her, not because we're not looking into it, but because it's dangerous. It's dangerous for her. It's dangerous for Sam. It's dangerous for her mom. Whoever she cares about, that unicorny. It's dangerous for unicorny. And I'm not kidding. I'm not. Okay, we're going to go on. Let's take a quick look at Joan. Let's go down here. When I went to Nick's old fishing hut to investigate, I found Joan there, packing her stuff to run away from home. The only way to talk her down was to tell her the truth about Nick's death I don't know if I did the right thing. True on all counts. Also, oh, Mr. Unicorny has been on a lot of adventures with Joan. Remember the night Joan showed up here when you and Anna were still together? She was looking for you. She said she'd had a fight with her mom, so she packed Mr. Unicorny and her PJs in a bag. Could she spend the night? Anna took Joan in while you called her mother to let her know she was safe. By the time you hung up the phone, the two of them were baking cookies and laughing in the kitchen. Now Joan is older and her dad had moved in with Anna. You think maybe they still bake cookies? A good detective would note the absence of Joan's more recent personal belongings. What? Wait, a good detective would note the absence of Joan's more recent personal belongings. Is that because she was packing up to leave? Because, yeah, that didn't occur to me, but then again, I don't actually know anything about her recent personal belongings, so that's what I think is there. Like, Joan had taken some of her stuff because she was packing up to go. Anna and I had the talk about Nick, about us, about everything that went wrong. She still thinks I'm only thinking about myself. Is she wrong? I feel like... No, I definitely didn't read all of this, even though it marked it off as done. I'm going to read from the top paragraph here. Frantically trying to solve Dennis's murder only made things worse. I realized I had to take a different approach, calm down first, analyze second. And then Nick's... Okay, no, we definitely read the next one. I remember that one. I don't know if opening up to Anna even did anything, not when there's so much regret and pain involved. Well, sometimes it is the attempt that counts. And if it doesn't count with Anna, then it counts with you, Sam. That you are doing your best to make things right. Nick's computer is the reason Anna's house was broken into, and my head was clonked. The attacker took off with Nick's files, so the question remains, what did Nick discover, and how did it get him killed? I also thought, wasn't that a copy operation? Weren't they duplicating the files, or am I misremembering?
He always kept his favorite rod in this special ready-to-go bag to protect it.
Maybe I should check what's in that bag, just in case.
Bug never was the social type. Just like me. With Nick gone, I guess we both lost our best friend.
Oh, we're gonna start bottom here.
We used to talk about how hunting was cruel. How much did you change, Nick? Back when Nick and Kathy were college sweethearts. Clearly Bug was there too. Joan always liked bugs.
Super Joan Bug. That is, incidentally, why in my head she's June, because of June Bug. Okay, we looked at that. Let's check out Hunting Trophy. Not something Nick would have done back then.
This is where he kept the rods he'd loan out. So what's his favorite rod doing here? He always kept it separate.
Okay, again, let's check this bag.
Nick, what were you hiding in this bag that's so important you had it locked up?
Oh, is it? Lock has over 1,000 combinations, combinations can't be brute forced. Right, but you can just cut around it. Like, believe me, I can get into that canvas bag. Whatever it's made of. Burlap, who cares? It's probably some sort of weatherproofed, waterproofing thing. Growth chart.
Man, bugs certainly grew up faster than I realized.
That was me trying to mute real quick because I was going to sneeze and then I lost the sneeze, so expect that to come back up sometime soon. The evolution of Joan Waldron, one notch at a time. Cleaned in the last few weeks. Nick came here recently. I wonder how you would be able to tell that. The locker has everything Nick wanted to keep away from Joan.
Locked. Nick always kept a spare key. It'd be somewhere out of Bug's reach.
It's not going to be here.
Don't see the keys. It was probably too obvious a spot.
Really, like, the hunting trophy, that is definitely something that Nick wouldn't have done. Maybe up above the pipe. Up above the lamp. Oh, search. Jeez, I wouldn't have found that.
What a fishy hiding spot, Nick. Always did love your cliches. Like many people, Nick kept a few guns, but never at home and always locked up.
Okay, remember, yellow is up, red is to the right, green is to the bottom, and blue dots are to the left. Caterpillar! Oh, okay. So that gives us, it's the caterpillar on the wall, Joan bug.
Looks like some kind of reminder Nick left for himself. A reminder of what?
It's gonna be the... Oh, wait, do I need to... Oops. Hold on. If we're gonna put that back, I might need to make just a quick note for myself here. Yellow is up. I'm writing this down. Red is to the right. Red is right. That's easy gonna be remembered. G is down. G for ground. And then blue is to the left. Alright. Now all I have to remember is that those directions go with the color design on Joan bug.
It has to be the same D he was talking to in his emails.
I actually don't know what today's date is, so like that happened on April 2nd. D wants to meet, yeah.
It has to be the same
Okay.
D he was talking to in his emails. A prescription for opioids with Kathy's name on it?
Is this the back
These
medic?
are pretty heavy-duty painkillers. Very addictive. Joan wasn't just acting up. Kathy has a problem. Nick was trying to find ways to get Joan in college. It's gotten so expensive.
And he might have been planning ahead, but how old do we think Joan is? Like, I figure like 10 to 12, maybe? One small community looks out for those that fall through the cracks, and then the rest of it is going to be somewhat too small for me to read here.
An article by Anna about a place called the Cove. Seems it's kind of a commune for outcasts just outside of Basswood.
There is text here. It's kind of difficult to make out, so... Perfect. By Anna Miller. I'm interviewing Tyler, a man of few words in his mid-20s and heavily tattooed, about the place he lives and why he's here. It's cold enough that I regret not bringing a second jacket. His hands, however, are not shaking because of the cold. This is his 7th relapse. On his 2nd relapse, he lost his girlfriend. On the 4th, his family. The one after that, he attempted to rob his parents' home, but was instead beaten nearly to death by his father. It's not like I wanted to hurt them, I just needed the money, and I felt so bad I thought I was dying. My parents' place was the only place I knew for sure there was some crap I could sell. Dad caught me. I tried to talk to him, but he whooped my ass, beat me down with a lamp. I don't blame him. I didn't fight back. I was too ashamed. I needed a whoopin'. I still need a whoopin'. Lynette Barnum, 52 with graying hair, looks on with compassionate eyes. Lynette is the one that owns the land and sets the rules. She's judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to deciding who stays and who goes. Just let me lean in here real quick. I've known people who work as, like, you know, rehab counselors at these halfway houses and rehab clinics. They have an astounding bullshit detector. They are human lie detectors. It's incredible. This place is called The Cove. When the local mine closed, a lot of people found themselves out of work, and some of them had no place to go. Drugs and crimes made them fall into the patterns desperate people often fall into, and Lynette found some of them camping out on her property. She let them stay as long as they followed 2 rules: no stealing and no fighting. Though she's had to kick a lot of people out over the years, it's not always permanent. In fact, she just let one of them back in. He does not want to be named, but has a lot in common with Tyler. A bad relationship with his family, a mother with her own drug abuse issues, and a history of violent offenses. He does not want to be named. I noticed that is boldface, and the article itself does have some highlighting on it. So I think that indicates a part that is highlighted, probably by Nick. This young man explained to me why he came back. I can't make it out there. Everyone's hassling me, and I'm just trying not to hassle myself. He has trouble staying still and looks ready to keel over at any moment, yet he's also got a depth to him that's striking. Was sober for over half a year once. Can't remember the first time I drank. Broke into Ma's liquor cabinet when I was 5. Some people see this place and imagine the same old story of hillbillies in the mountains. Yet that isn't what this place is. This is a community. They're all drifters lost in the flow of life, with nowhere else to go and a desire to be better. Lynette shakes her head as he finishes up. She'll let me stay, he says. I ask him how he knows. She'd have come over and told me to get out right then, he answers. It's true. Lynette lets him stay as long as he promises to try again. She has a lot of patience. You have to, she tells me after the young man goes to lie down. This is another highlighted section. Everyone has their own way of dealing with pain. The path to mistakes come in lots of forms, some of them pretty invisible unless you look for it. We all stumble sometimes. Most people take a few tries to get back up after being knocked down. If someone isn't there to help them, they just fall back over. The cove gives me hope. So, do we think that sections of this are highlighted because Nick knew that Kathy was addicted to opioids, or are these hints or clues as to his investigative process? Did he highlight these because they mean something to him? The path to mistakes comes in a lot of forms, some of them pretty invisible unless you look for it. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Right. I think I went through everything here.
Okay, I believe you, but I'm just gonna take a quick look. And that is, in fact, it. Oh, okay, did take out the article. So, those are additional clues, then. We've got Joan's stuff, the growth chart. Joan was going through here, and then the tableware was cleaned within the last week. Before we buckle down and try to open up that case, let me just see if there's anything else to find. And one thing that we've noticed is that this game unlocks additional interactions when you have more information. Joan still loves Tardigrade Man.
Tell a 3-year-old kid about Tardigrade Man, and this is what happens.
Tardigrades are what water bears. I almost said water cows, but that's a manatee. Water bears, those are tardigrades, yeah? That's right.
Now, this record is fraudulent. Nick stretched his fish to beat mine.
Let me just take a load off.
Whoever killed Nick, I probably know him. Grew up with them. Even if you don't know them, they know you. Nick, Dennis, gone. A stone-cold killer walks the streets of Basswood. Things like this can really make you feel isolated, make you realize that at the end of the day, you're in this alone.
Sam, even your imaginary friend is walking away from you. So I should at some point share what I think might be going on with imaginary friend. I don't know that this is very well supported, but here's Sam. This is Sam that we see. This is the Sam that appears in all of the flashbacks and even the photographs. I'm wondering if the Sam that everybody else perceives is that man with the glasses, and that this is a sort of like a splinter personality that Sam has invented for himself, and now, like, Sam sees himself this way, but everybody else sees the fellow with the glasses. One of the things that because that's who he actually is, one of the things that I've been keeping an eye on is, during conversations or anything, does this Sam ever make a gesture like he would be adjusting his glasses or anything? And I just haven't seen that at all. So maybe my idea is completely false.
This is either new or Nick was really distracted. He usually fixed everything.
Wait, what does it say? Worm-eaten wood, rotten just out of view. Okay, I feel like that's all of the things that there are to look at. We did get a couple journal things, so let me just look at here. Nick and Kathy graduated from college together. Kathy and Nick met and fell in love during their last semester at college in Connecticut. Really, that's interesting, because Sam went back to Connecticut to be with his mom, so maybe... Anyway, it was one of those midweek parties Nick used to drag you along to. That time you went to get drinks, and when you returned, you found Nick talking to a girl in a corner. You didn't even look at her, just handed Nick his beer, and there was a second when you almost swept him away, back into the crowd, back to his life. Away from a wedding and a baby and a job in Basswood. But Kathy had already grabbed his arm and smiled and talked at him. It was you who got swept away in the crowd. Still, in that second, there was everything Kathy would always hold against you. Do you think it was jealousy, or was it bitterness that you didn't save her either from her future life? It was love at first sight, she told everyone. She meant it. He did too. It wasn't anybody's fault that they were wrong. Yo, that's dark as shit. The idea that Kathy would hold a grudge, or at least Sam believes that she did, first because he almost stole away the love of her life, and then later because he didn't. Because Sam didn't stop that relationship. Wow, that's a whole mood right there. Oh, wait. Joan fell in love with Tardigrade Man thanks to you. Tardigrade Man wasn't what Joan wanted. Tardigrade Man isn't what anybody expected, at least. She wanted the comic Captain Corset, the pirate princess who sails the deepest sea trenches. Except Nick was in a hurry when it was his turn to have Joan for the weekend, so he bought the wrong comic book. Comic Fuel on Carter Road was out of private... Comic Fuel on Carter Road was out of Pirate Princesses. Joan was barely old enough to read, so Nick hoped it wouldn't matter. It did. She cried the entire day. Finally, it was you who read her The Adventures of Tardigrade Man. Compared to the swashbuckling, witty princess, Tardigrade Man wasn't much to look at. He was old, bald, and had a scary purple face. Not an instant hit with Joan. But you who saw the appeal of Tardigrade Man from the word go, an unconventional hero from outer space, what's not to like? Think about it, you told Joan. Ice, fire, pressure, even poisonous radiation couldn't hurt him. Where the dinosaurs perished, tardigrades triumphed. Suddenly she wasn't crying anymore, but listening. Tardigrade Man was half tardigrade, half human, half alien, and he had a plethora of survival skills. Plethora means many. Joan liked that word. I have a plethora of friends now, she said. Who are they, you asked? Someone at school? No, you, Muley, and Tardigrade Man. Another thing tardigrades can do is go dormant for 30 years, and then wake up and pick up right where they left off. Wouldn't it be great if friendships could do that too, Sam? Okay, let's look at our clues. Well, hold on. Actually, before we do that, let's look at the caterpillar. Okay, so red is right. So I'm just gonna like draw out what I think the code is gonna be. I'm gonna go from left to right. So it's gonna be right, down, left. That's red, yeah? Down. Sorry, no, red is right. And then yellow is up. Okay. I drew a weird sort of diagonal there, but right, down, left, right, up. I don't know what good that is, but it's got to go into the combination or something.
If Dee met Nick on the day he died, he could be the last person who saw him alive.
Is this just read the article again?
An article by Anna about a place called the Cove. Seems it's kind of a commune for outcasts just outside of Basswood.
Oh, look, it is like a directional lock. Yeah, we can definitely unlock it. And we already know what that says. Okay, so yeah, let's do this.
I just gotta figure out the connection between Nick's note and this lock.
Okay, so right, down, left, right, up.
Let's see what we have here. That's a lot of cash. More than Nick could make in a decade.
Looks like maybe $1,000? The envelope isn't that fat, and the highest denomination we see is $100, so...
Opioids. From Dee? Nick, were you looking into drug trafficking? Nick was gathering at the Cove, and that's how he found his informant, Dee. It's the person he met the night he died. I just need to figure out who it is.
All right, let's start from left to right. Let's start right in the middle, then. Okay, so Richard Steinfeld. Nope. Okay, twitchy even when sober. Okay, so he's in his early 30s. Twitchy even when sober, high-strung and obviously disliked by the Cove. Asked not to be named in Anna's article because of his father, who runs a shipping company. Smarter than he looks or dumb as he acts? Still hard to say. Both. 127. So those were the notes that he made on January 23rd. On the 27th, still using? Yes. Who is the dealer? Tyler, Lynette, JR, Kayla, Dickie. Richard is Dickie. It's a nickname. Okay, so we're reading about Richard. Richard is also Dickie. Dickie sold drugs to Tyler. Find out who his supplier is. Okay, so Dickie sold drugs to Tyler. Let's read about this. Tyler Gilliam, mid-20s, sees himself as the Cove's protector, very defensive of Lynette. Lynette's the woman who runs the joint. Tyler's interview with Anna was heartbreaking. He was bad off, so bad in fact that I was legitimately surprised to find him alive the next time I visited the Cove. He certainly wouldn't have been the first member of the group to be claimed by an overdose in the middle of the night. Very aggressive, been in and out of jail for most of his life, usually for assault. Don't antagonize, clean since the interview. Where did he get his drugs? Dickie. Keeps asking about Anna. He's into cooking. Okay. So we've only got one suspect left who is likely to be the supplier. 123. JR, interviewed by Anna but didn't make it into the article, late 30s, not personable, ex-minor. JR has been living on the road, working wherever he can as a handyman, and when he came to Basswood, a minor. After the mine closed, he was arrested for drug possession. Staying at the Cove now that he's out, didn't have anywhere else to go. Keeps to himself, tries to get clean, but it's an ongoing process. From the Midwest, around Michigan. Took up smoking, trying to replace the other habits with less bad ones hasn't worked. His real name is Justin Reynolds. He collects hubcaps, he has a Winchester in his truck, used to living in his truck, rolls his own cigarettes and taught me how, still uses occasionally, loves camo. Well, oops, I double bead, but... So we're thinking that it's JR based on the fact that Dickie was selling to... That's Tyler, right? And... So who gave it to Dickie? There's only one other possibility. But before we nail that down, let's just look at the article again. I know that the third fellow there, Gilliam, isn't in, JR, isn't in this one. So we interviewed Tyler. He's the guy that's in the middle. Heavily tattooed, second jacket. He attempted to rob his friend's place. I need a whoopin'. Lynette runs the place. Then Dickie is the one who didn't want to be named. Just reading through this. Everyone has their own way of dealing with pain. The path to mistakes comes in a lot of forms, some of them pretty invisible unless you look for it. We all stumble sometimes. Most people just take a few tries to get back up after being knocked down. So, I feel like we've only got one choice, one option here from D. Why is it D, though? Why is D the informant if we've got a Tyler Gilliam, Richard Steinfeld, and then Justin Reynolds? But it's got to be Justin, right?
It doesn't match. Nothing suggests that this is D.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was looking for the supplier. Well, then it would be Richard, because Richard is the one who has the drugs.
Richard, a.k.a. Dickie, a.k.a. D. Looks like I found who I was looking for.
I'm extremely stupid. I did not put together
So
D
that's
with
what it
Dickie.
was. Nick suspected a drug ring flourished here in Basswood after the mine closed. He had an informant, Dickie. Probably a low-level drug dealer, and he also had a lot of cash on hand. More than a reporter should. Dickie set up a meeting with Nick, and now Nick's dead. Dickie may be the only person who knows what really happened. I need to find him. He lives at this place, The Cove. Or he did. Anna wrote that article on it. She has to know where it is.
Best finally left. Did you find anything at the fishing spot? Yes. Do you know where the Cove is? Anna says it's a little commune thing on the outskirts of town, not big on outsiders. Let's go. We're in this together now, Anna. Like, it's a team effort. I need you to take me there, says Sam. Anna says, let's go there. Wonder if I should have closed that door. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking about them in their, like, birth, you know, their given names. For reading and confirming
Bess
his name is
barely
Dickie.
asked about the break-in. She seemed more focused on your fight with Dennis.
I'm on top of the suspect list. Or at least I would be if I was her.
Bess said I should call her if I found you. She believes you're dangerous. You were right back at the Basswood jungle. I think we're on our own.
They'll try to arrest me now. We have to find Dickie. I can't let Joan down.
I'm sure Dickie's still there. He had no other place to go.
What are you
Cove is a
two
woman.
doing? The longer you run from the police, the worse it'll be when they catch up with you. Explain everything.
That makes sense.
The Cove is a wonderful place. A sort of commune. Lynette, who runs it, she lets anyone in who follows her rules. No real questions asked. It's mostly filled with desperate people, though. Recovering junkies, ex-gang members, and you'll need to be extra careful. Some of them used to work at the mine.
I'm gonna listen to Anna.
So,
Hold on.
how should we handle finding Dickie?
Whatever else Glasses is, he's certainly an expression of Sam's self-doubt. And that is simply way less constructive right now than listening to actual factual information from a real person. So...
You and I are gonna figure something out together. Don't worry. Or worry a little. Just not a ton.
Oh, trust me. I'm worried a ton. Just not a shit ton. We just need to be careful and look out for each other.
This town has like 17 people in it. You've met the killer. I'm not saying you have to run and hide. That's enough.
What?
What's enough?
Enough of a plan. I think we have enough of a plan.
Do we? I just get so angry that someone did this. Killed my friends, invaded my home. It's the worst feeling. Like part of my soul has been stolen. We need to find out who did this. I need to take back from them what they took. I need to find some small piece of feeling safe again, if that even makes any sense.
It's the knowing they might get away with it. The lie they made up being seen as true that just burns a hole right through me.
Yeah, you're right, I think. Then I think something else 10 seconds later.
Because you've got this. Easy. Look at you. So together. You got so drunk, you've forgotten anything that could have been remotely useful. Your friends are turning up dead. That's not fair. Shut up.
Sam!
Sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
Don't take all of this out on me.
So you're just gonna keep telling me off? Disregard my advice? Well, if you think you know better, Sam, no reason for me to linger. Enjoy your little investigation without me, Sam. Don't get us killed, okay?
Here. This is the Cove.
Huh?
Get your head on straight. The Cove. We're here.
Right.
I have a feeling that I damaged my relationship with Anna by actually trying to focus on her and not indulging in Sam's need to let his mind wander. That doesn't mean that I feel bad about my decision, because I'd rather try than
You sure you want to keep going?
not.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're sure? You can rest in the car while I ask around.
I'll manage. Don't worry about me.
Just pointing out that that's what Anna had wanted when they arrived at her house. People stop worrying about me.
Who the hell are you? Anna, what are you doing here?
Tyler, you look healthy.
You ain't the only one surprised I'm still alive. Who's the narc? Was I talking to you?
This is Sam. He's a friend.
Yeah, lucky for him or I'd have thrown his ass out already. So what are you two here for?
It's a long story.
We'd like to have a word with Dickie. Have you seen him?
What'd he do now? Look, just talk to Lynette. She makes the calls on her land.
Thank you. Really.
Yeah, I know.
Is he always like this?
He's pretty much the gatekeeper around here. Interviewed him last time I came by. I'm gonna talk to Lynette. She's kind of in charge.
I'll go see what I can find.
Okay, but be careful. People only end up here if they have nothing left to lose.
I'm going to turn it over to Anna because he seemed predisposed towards, like, listening and talking to Anna. Okay. We are right up against the edge of the world here, so we will head down on in here. Better not cross the owner of this hunting knife. We do have a paper that we can inspect. It is a letter. August 17th, 2015, Somerville, West Virginia. Dear Mr. Reynolds, I regret to inform you that West Virginia Coal Incorporated filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy 3 days ago, following a series of expensive lawsuits and fines that have brought about an untenable financial situation. Consequently, your current position will be laid off and all company operations will cease by the end of the week. All back pay and paid sick leave will be properly paid out. Insurance claims will continue actively through until the end of the month, but will then cease. With regards, Morton Hendricks, HR Director.
Guess that explains how he ended up here.
mostly about firearms and erotica. Hopefully those are two separate magazines there. Mining helmet. A former miner lives here. Need to be careful. Okay, so this is Mr. Reynolds, Justin Reynolds. Bucket of sand. Using sand to put out cigarettes. Effective. Sports equipment is cannibalized from spare parts. Oh, by sports equipment we mean like weights that we can lift. Unknown man. Well, basic proximity, I'm betting this is Justin. Improves hand-to-eye coordination, generally used by boxers.
Now that's a man that wants to be left alone.
What's up? You a friend of Kayla's or something? Name's JR, Wait. You're that fucking reporter!
I was.
Fucking up everyone's lives. That's a real talent.
Former miner.
Get the fuck out of my face!
I'm missing the walk away button.
Just here to ask a couple of questions.
Do I look like a fucking tour guide? You keep bothering me, and I'm gonna stop being nice.
I didn't want to say that I'm looking for Dickie because he is predisposed to be very upset about anything that Sam is trying to do. So the less information he has about what it is, the better. Hey, Tyler.
A guy who wants everyone to know he's ready for a fight. Tyler, right?
Jackass, right?
Some people call me that, yeah.
Huh. I'll bet.
I dislike all of these.
How do you end up in a place like this?
None of your goddamn business.
I feel like I could have asked any of the three things. I would have gotten exactly that response.
How did you and Anna meet? You're not the type she normally hangs out with.
Maybe you're not the type she normally hangs out with. You ever consider that?
Trust me, I have. Just tell me where Dickie is and I'll leave.
Either that or you'll leave when I break your face. Look, Anna's a friend. She spent some time down here with us to do that interview thing. Told my story, did good by me. By us. And that guy that came after her, Nick, he's solid. Came down here 3 or 4 times. Taught me a great recipe for bass. But you're just some asshole. Dickie's one of ours. Don't think you're getting anywhere near his trailer. So beat it before I break your knees.
So Dickie is in one of the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
That narrows down my search. I need more info to figure out where Dickie is.
I was thinking that exact thing. He's definitely in a trailer. Am I allowed to look at this? Big enough for a small group.
Tyler set himself up nicely.
As long as it doesn't rain.
Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
I wonder if I actually am being timed. Like, I'm just sort of like doing the thing where I wander around and look at everything. This tire swing must have been used by children. The barbecue grill doesn't need electricity. Simple and practical. Lynette's mobile home looks ancient, probably lived in it most of her life. And there's no other interact options with that.
She fits right in. Anna always fits right in.
I don't know how dark this will be on your screen. Trust that it is very dark in the game as well.
And it was going well. It's just, I don't know, hard.
It doesn't get easier.
Oh, this is Sam. He's a friend.
We used to date.
That much is painfully obvious.
Is it?
Yeah, it kind of is.
I'm Lynette. What are you here for, Sam?
So she doesn't seem to be like a trained counselor. It sounds from the article that this is just something that just happened. But again, in my experience, these people have an amazing bullshit detector, and trying to talk around them is going to go badly. So
We're looking for Dickie.
Yes, Anna told me.
She's not gonna help us find him.
I do not throw people to the wolves. And you, Sam, are a wolf.
You've never had any trouble with him.
This is my land. All those who have lost their home are welcome to it, as long as they can follow a few simple rules. Even if Dickie lives on the fringe of our community, he is one of us. All he wants is to be left alone. I would think you, of all people, would understand.
I read the article Anna wrote about you and this place.
Wait, you read it? When?
Nick's fishing shack.
Oh.
What led you to create this community?
I found there were souls in need of help after the mine closed. The world is a cruel place. We all need a touch of kindness in our lives.
You're definitely that, Lynette.
Thank you, my dear. But don't sell yourself short. Your article brought Kayla here, and even some generous donations have come in. Did you get your answer, Sam?
we've heard the name Kayla a few different times. It is not a character that has been otherwise introduced, though.
What kind of donations?
Food and clothes, mostly. But jobs are hard to come by these days. We must rely on the kindness of others, even if their kindness comes and goes in waves.
Tyler said Nick came here before. What did he want?
He took an interest in my people. He wanted to know their stories.
Such as?
Sam.
Well, the long, sad stories most people do not want to hear. We all stumble during our lives. Knowing how we fall and how some make it out can provide guidance for the future, don't you think?
What about opioids? Did he say anything about that?
There are no drugs here, Samuel. To stay, you must remain clean.
I'll go now. Thanks for indulging me.
Naturally.
Samuel, this is Bess. I'm trying to reach you regarding Dennis Gardner. Witnesses said you had a fight last night and you were looking for him all morning. We need to ask a few questions. Come down to the station as soon as you can.
The clock's ticking. Cops will start looking for me soon. So Dickie lives here, but his place should be isolated from the others. I'm getting there. Just need a bit more info to close in on Dickie. Dickie could be here, but I need to be sure. Every second counts.
That's Justin's place. Okay, hold on. Let's just keep walking. This is a very nice place, actually. The crafting bench is used to craft wood. What did it say? Used to work wood. Oh. Come on. Looks professional. Wow, that was a journey. Rough but functional carving tools. Really good carving work, too. Oh, just gas camping stove. And that's everything in here. Unknown woman. This must be Kayla.
She looks like she's used to fending for herself.
Watch it. The place is full of wood shavings.
Why do you have an open flame?
I don't remember asking for your opinion.
Fair enough.
I'm Kayla. What do you want?
You seem to enjoy wood sculptures.
You'd have to be an idiot not to. And creating something out of nothing and then turning it into something else? That's as close to real magic as we can get. So, you gonna tell me what you're here for?
I'm looking for a guy named Dickie.
Don't know where he is and don't care. He might be off with his stupid quad bike thing for all I know.
Quad bike thing?
Loud, goes off-road, has 4 wheels, makes you look like an asshole. Occasionally leaks gasoline and would have burned down the whole camp.
Tyler didn't save his sorry ass with his fire extinguisher.
Well, I'll see you around.
I don't feel like you have to.
Dickie must have one of those off-road quads. He could still be here right now. I know enough to make an educated guess. Dickie's gotta be in one of these places.
Did Kalen make this? Because holy hell.
Looks like it was finished recently. Why a bear?
Why not a bear? Do you have any better ideas, Sam? That's awesome. He's in there. Well, hold on. Is that a firm accusation? Because I don't see a quad bike at all. Let me go check the other place that was like a likely possible hideout. Well, no, that's not a trailer. Possible hideout. From here, I can't see a quad bike that I recognize anyway. Let me see what other options we've got. That was a tire swing.
I need to find out where Dickie's hiding. He's here somewhere.
It is pretty dark, but I just don't see anything quad bike related up there. So I'm going to say that it's probably the site furthest out past JR. And this is... I bet this is the edge of the world? Yeah. I did not look at this place up here. Do we see a quad bike? Oh yeah, look, there it is. So this is it.
Quad. Isolated. Someone lives here. That's where Dickie's hiding. Time to pay him a visit.
Do you think I go get Anna, or am I just allowed to go visit?
I only know you by reputation, and what I know I don't like. You don't get to just gallivant around here however you damn well please. So back the hell off, or I will fuck you up.
Hey, I don't want any trouble, just... sorry.
I should kick your ass out of principle.
Hey, man, this guy ain't worth it. Just forget him. But if he doesn't get the message soon, I'll help you work him over.
Got it. Got it. I'm gonna get past these two if I want to reach Dickie. I need to get them to look away from his trailer. Around Kayla's tent is the most efficient spot for a distraction. It's at the opposite end of the camp. They'd have their backs turned to me. But I still need a place to hide. They'd suspect me right away. Cabin stands right in the middle of the camp, far enough from everyone for them to not notice me. Close enough to reach Dickie before they come back. It'd be my best shot. I have a plan. All that remains is to figure out the details.
Okay, so I guess first we're going to start by what kind of distraction, and it better not be fire from all of the wood shavings around. The Promethean tradition, pre-Socratic philosophy.
Pre-Socratic philosophy. Dog-eared and well-read. I saw this picture in Ethan's bar, only intact. Guess I know who's been cut out.
Rough but functional, yeah.
With all the flammable lacquer and varnish, this thing catching fire is sure to divert attention. It's out of the way, so no one should get hurt, but there will be lots of chaos. I just need to work out the exact details.
That seems incredibly fucking stupid. That seems so stupid and dangerous. You've got to be kidding me that he's considering this. Why not go talk to Anna?
The statue will be collateral damage once the fire spreads. No other option.
A million other options.
It won't take long for the fire to reach those, and when it does, they'll go up in flames in a second. Need to account for that. These shavings would be perfect kindling. If I lit the wood shavings, the varnish on the statue would catch fire. Varnish. Can's empty. Probably used on that statue. Very flammable stuff.
This is so stupid, this idea that he has.
I can get the fire going, but it won't do any good if they put it out right away. I need to check for ways they could put it out. The fire needs to burn long enough to distract, but small enough to be manageable. Don't want to see the whole place go up in flames.
Dude, why don't you throw a gender reveal party at the same time? The level of destruction that this guy is going for, not only going to set the fire, he's going to make sure that they can't put it out.
If I sabotage Lynette's old hose, she'll have to find something else to put the fire out with.
There was mention of a fire extinguisher earlier. I think it was Tyler's. Did I hear that correctly? It's either Tyler's or JR's.
They seem pretty proud of this place. Not what I was expecting. It's deep enough. Could squeeze in here.
That's a hiding spot.
Shovel, hose, bucket. Nothing useful, but there's enough room to hide in here. If they're in a panic, they might not see me hiding under this.
We're not hiding underneath the card table. Okay, so they're all hanging out. Kind of weird that I can't talk to
She
him.
won't like how this goes down, but it's the only way.
Any questions the police have about Sam are going to be answered by this absolutely ludicrous course of action. Because these people, they know that Anna came here with somebody, and Jeremy, Justin, whatever his name, JR, has already pegged him as that reporter. He may not remember his name, but he remembers it was that reporter. When the police and the firefighters come, and they will, he's going to point out the fact that Sam was here.
No use. They won't let me anywhere near his trailer. I need a distraction.
All right, I'm looking for that.
No use. They won't let me
Okay.
anywhere near his trailer. I need a distraction.
I was looking for that fire extinguisher.
Not a concern. Sand is effective against fire, but not that effective.
Hunting knife. I'm gonna get stabbed by that hunting knife.
No use. They won't let me anywhere near his trailer. I need a distraction.
Okay. Heavy bag
No
is...
use.
Oh my
They won't let me
god.
anywhere near his trailer. I need a distraction.
Okay, it definitely doesn't want me to be in this area. So let's get over here.
I saw a fire extinguisher in here earlier. If Tyler gets it, the fire might not burn long enough for me to reach Dickie. If I hid Tyler's keys, it'd take him longer to get the fire extinguisher from his trunk.
Okay, are we ready to...
Got everything I need, but I won't be able to do it by myself. I need Anna's help.
Anna's gonna go to the police. Anna should not listen to you on this plan. This is very stupid and dangerous.
Hey, Anna. Can I have a quick sidebar? I found him.
Where?
The goon squad won't let me near it.
Lynette isn't gonna be any better. They look after their own.
I can get there, but I'll need your help.
What exactly are you planning?
I need to create a distraction to get to Dickie. Setting the bear statue outside Kayla's tent on fire would work, but it's critical I wait for Anna to act first, or I won't have enough time. Then I can use a match to ignite the splinters and get the fire started. I'll have to get out of there before Lynette and Kayla can close in on me. After that, I'll hide in the cabin. Tyler and JR will leave to put the fire out. It'll give me a window of opportunity to run to Dickie's trailer unnoticed.
It honestly seems to me that Sam could accomplish the same exact thing by simply just asking Anna to sing a song. Like, bring your guitar out. I don't think that she has it, but just start singing over here and they'll come see. Like this is such a bad plan.
Tyler will immediately run to his van to get the fire extinguisher. If he does get it, the fire won't burn for long.
And yet, long enough for you to get up there. Like, okay. I think this plan is extremely dangerous.
First step. The statue goes up in flames. This'll get everyone's attention.
Oh, is this me, like, actually planning my route? Like, okay, so I light the side of the bear statue. Well, hold on. What's this over here? Well, the water hose is further away, so we're gonna hide the van keys first. Okay, well, hopefully that's correct.
Lynette will go for her hose. She's right next to it. Definitely a problem.
I think behind the curtain. Here's why I like behind the curtain. Under the table, I don't care how panicked they are, just everyone's gonna see you down there. That's ridiculous. The cabinet has a potential latch, and that might get stuck, and then you're really fucked. So I think that being behind the curtain is the best option here. Okay, and then end. After JR the last to help, when the fire blazes, or once alone. After JR last to help, why would JR be the last one to help? I mean, if JR is going to be the last person to help, then we'd want to sabotage the fire hose first. Hold on, let me go over here and we're going to change this to break the fire hose. Okay, let me verify this hypothesis. It honestly, it just feels like they could unscrew the hose from the spigot so that they have to take an extra beat to get it in there. Look, and then JR and the sand boy go, and... Okay, good.
If Anna breaks the hose, Lynette will look for a spare in the closet.
Okay, so... I guess... In that case, if we change it to hide the van keys... She doesn't do that, but then does JR even come to help? You know what? I should probably have chosen wait until alone. I should have changed the ending, not the middle. Or not the beginning.
People would move differently based on what Anna does. And need to keep it in mind.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna switch this to break the water hose, but then rather than waiting for JR to go, we'll just wait until we're alone. Once alone. This might be too long, but let's try that. Okay, she breaks the hose. I light the fire. Everybody points and looks. Oh no, my hose is broken. Now JR goes. She comes and gets the hose, and I wait until she's left the room.
That'll do it. No one will see me get to Dickie. I need to time everything carefully. I'll only get one shot.
Also, we're assuming that Dickie doesn't come out and try to help as well.
You'll have to be cautious. I need you to sabotage the water hose. Unscrew the cap where it attaches so there's no pressure.
Okay, but why?
Do you trust me?
Yes.
Then trust me.
Yeah, I have a solution for your trust for me. Wait until you see how this goes, Anna. I'm also, to be blunt, offended at destroying that awesome bear carving.
Someone help! It's burning everything! Help! Something's wrong with the hose. I'm not getting any pressure.
I'll be right there. Just hold on.
Hurry! Hurry! My bear is burning! Hey, look, calm down. It'll be okay. I worked so hard on it.
It's not just stupid and dangerous, it's just like a shitty thing to do. I really don't like Sam right here. This is some ends justify the means bullshit, where the means are as unnecessarily destructive as possible.
Oh, shit! Shit! What the hell?
I've been looking for you. We need to talk.
Oh, no, look. I'm real sorry I clocked you and shit.
Clock me? You were the one that broke into Anna's house. You took something from Nick's computer. What was it? Where is it?
I didn't know what was gonna happen, man, I swear. I'm a nobody, all right? I'm just a guy trying to get by, that's all. I just want to take care of my moms and live life, man. And I've been trying to find a way out all my life. I just agreed to talk to him for just like a quote or something. I didn't know he was gonna put so much together. He was gonna pin us to the wall. And now I'm as good as dead. You don't understand, man. I can't.
Stop rambling. What did you take?
His notes about his article, about the dealing and the drugs and names of dealers, and sellers, buyers, everything. I had to or I was gonna be next. You gotta believe me.
What'd you do with them? Where are they?
I don't have them, man. I left the stick at the dead drop up at Makeout Point. He'll pick it up soon, and then it's done. No proof, nothing.
Who's coming for it? Tell me who's coming for it.
My boss, Declan. His name is Declan.
Declan?
Yeah, the cop. You know him, everyone knows him. Oh man, I'm totally fucked now. When he hears I snitched again, I'm fucking done. But how was I supposed to know Nick was gonna stir shit up?
Are you saying he's involved in Nick's death? Tell me.
Come on. Just let me go. Please, I already told you everything. No, just let me go, all right? I really...
You're not going anywhere until you tell me what happened. So?
Oh, hell, man. Declan made me set up a meet with Nick, all right? I thought they were just gonna talk and shit. Nick freaked out when he saw Declan. He tried to bail. But Declan caught up and hit him behind the head. Then Nick dropped, man. He dropped like that. Declan said he didn't mean to. She said it was an accident and shit.
He killed Nick.
I didn't know, man. You gotta believe me. I never wanted... Man, he didn't say...
Hey, asswipe!
They're gonna tune you up, Sam.
Firebug.
I'm gonna kick the shit out of you.
Come on!
You fucking coward!
Someone give me my rifle.
The idea that he would walk away from that situation is now the least realistic thing. Well, let's let this load up, but then, yeah. So this is going to be where we call it for episode 5. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in just mere moments for episode 6.